right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to getting to the end of the regular season here for the Magic. I'm saying we're pretty close at this point to a 60-win season. I think Utah, Golden State, Utah, LA. I think we'll win probably at least half of these. I've been doing pretty well winning a lot of these games, so I feel like even if I somehow lost those, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's easy enough to win, to get a 60-win season out of this. And let me see here. Standings conference. I don't think anybody else is really going to hit that. Jazz would be the next closest, but I don't see that happening. And 1, 2, 3. So we already got 3 teams already secured for the playoffs there. They got 2. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a bit of a gap in between 8 and 9. So unless something kind of changes with these people, or one of these guys go on a hot streak, and it would be wow, everyone's kind of very, very, very close here all the way towards the bottom. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, but we'll go ahead and start up the game. Chigusa understands it now. Magenta versus Kylie Ray. and who? And whatever Alley Cat. Are you fucking serious? They're using Alley isn't she hurt? Didn't she like break her fucking leg like a month ago? There's no fucking way you're about to tell me that they're going to have fucking... I was going to say, you are going to make me upset. I'm like, didn't she fucking snap her ankle like a month ago? Wait a minute. What year are we in now? We are in 2004. That's where we are at right now.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the
All
NBA
right.
here on 2K.
Good to see that a match you want to see.
I
I don't like that at all. He's like, are you fucking serious? Oh, I was about to be mad.
When he's operating their offense, it is beautiful to watch. Very true. And what I noticed with him is his ability to jump on teams right out of the
Kind of weird seeing Kobe with the Jazz. Yeah, it's very odd. In that 11 as well. I almost want to change it to 23, just, you know, cause.
It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met. They've got a nice head start on this season series, up 2 games.
Go.
And you just had to admire the versatility they showed offensively that day.
Yep.
Came from all over the place. If
Ah!
didn't work for them,
No! Son of a bitch.
Out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
All right, it's fine.
For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Suns.
And there's no question what the overriding factor was in that game, Clark. It was the big edge they had on the glass.
Rebounds, 55 rebounds. Good Lord.
What impressed me, I mean, it was lacking on the other side, and it really showed through the rebounding numbers.
Oh, shit. I screwed that one up already. I just realized Van Exel moved over to the Jazz because he was the... I think I probably figured that out before, and I'm just remembering it again. Because with when Kobe left, it was Nick Van Exel and Shaquille O'Neal. But now he left Shaq to join Kobe in Utah. Hey, Jack, what's up? It's been a while. How's it going?
And Duncan drops them both.
There we go.
So it's Utah now.
I feel like I need to turn that up just a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna end up. I'm gonna end up with a 3-second call if I don't get the hell out of the lane.
Turning it over,
Kobe with 11 is so cursed. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Let's go. Pfizer.
Pfizer guarded by Kobe.
Get it. There you go.
And a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
Reef and friends, hello, hello.
Steve, I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body,
There you go.
put it in the hole, tremendous
I think I mentioned before that I was looking at the PS2 version of College Hoops 2K8, and I'm starting to figure out kind of how to make a league and such out of it, and I kind of got around to figuring out jerseys and everything. I kind of want to figure out like cyber faces as well. That's one of the things I want to do.
Now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, the head coach for the Jazz gave me just a couple of
Not
moments.
played up. No, it is not played up. Oh, shit.
Talked about the challenge of
Oh,
game
there you go.
for Tim Duncan. He said Tim needs
Yeah,
to
it's still Sharif and friends right now, but I have upped Kwame's
force him to his left.
I have upped Kwame's
Guys, even though Duncan
oh shit. His potential up to I think at least an A minus. I can't remember if I A plussed him or not.
back to you.
He's at least an A minus, so I'd expect him to be at least somewhere in the 80s within the next couple years.
And a quick look now
GPW have more opportunities to disappoint you with card announcement. Well, they posted the full card already today. They did that already, so I already know that. And it doesn't look as bad, I think.
One of the keys to having a successful offense.
Rebound by Kobe.
It's not as disappointing. I have no weird DGen topics to discuss for once. I mean, there's still plenty of Joshi wrestling. There's plenty of degeneracy with that.
Soft touch off the glass. Curry's got his second
That floor is one
Another
giant
nice bucket
fight.
down low. They've really been able to work
Oh, shit! Ooh, how the hell did that happen?
Really set things up well
There you
the rest of
go.
the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs. You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Uh-oh. Ooh, he probably could have driven to the lane, but I did have a guy waiting for him. Come on.
Clock at 6. Back to Kobe.
It is one of those things that it's oh shit, that was the wrong button. That was still the wrong button. Oh well, I'll make it work.
Moving the ball around.
It didn't quite work.
Drives the miss.
That's an easy shot.
It is kind of funny at this point. Looking back at like PS2, certain PS2 sports games, usually the ones that the company didn't seem to care about, like the PS2 version of College Hoops or like MVP Baseball 07.
Three off target.
Usually when the company clearly gives up on like a video game, sports game franchise and they don't care, that's when they somehow oddly make it like really sandboxy and cool.
And he will take the ball right
Getting back into the E, it's odd to say it's the best wrestling you've seen watching lately. Nice. I haven't watched that much WWE in a while. I'm contemplating if there is a day. It'd probably be Saturday. Probably won't happen though, but I'm contemplating if there's a day where I get tickets for like real cheap. I mean real cheap tickets. Maybe go to Mania since I'll be in Vegas already. But then again, at this point, I mean, I'm already doing a whole bunch of other stuff. I might as well just utilize my Saturday afternoon after other stuff to just, you know, do something interesting.
The Magic go the other way with it.
Just do something actually in Vegas.
Looks a little bit unsettled.
Brown kicks to
Ah!
Cole.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Changes
That worked. Oh, that didn't work.
by Mason.
That's what they call the $1 million.
It's in the
move.
Mina Micah
Takes
match.
it.
I'm sorry. Were you on Discord?
Van Exel against
They didn't say we are gonna watch it right now.
Kobe.
Uda, that newest up girl, has caught my eye. Oh lord.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this
Being on the
Davis.
being on the baked Discord, where there is a few people who just have some sort of like unique hatred for Uda.
to knock it down. Yeah,
You really can't discuss her without someone doing everything but wishing death upon her. Wishing her to eat so much ice cream that her brain literally freezes. But she's fun. As far as the new girls, Chica caught my eye. She's not very good. She's certainly not very good. She's very. There's a lot of the TJPW girls that very much paint by numbers with a lot of their matches, and Chica's definitely one of them. I'm hoping that she does a little bit better with that over time. So what are you gonna do in Vegas? I've got like 5 different shows I'm going to. It'll be like what I did in Philly last year, which is go to a bunch of shows that aren't named WrestleMania and spend a bunch of money on Japanese women. Shit. Traveling condition come out and force you to watch me drink myself into oblivion. Oh Lord. I'm sure I'll do that anyway. I'm sure I'll have. I keep forcing some of my other friends to come with me. They almost didn't come with. They came with me last year. They almost didn't come with me this year. But Hanan's gonna be there for Stardom, and so they're like, all right, I guess we're here. I guess we're gonna go. Oh shit. Nope. Yeah, they're gonna come and they're gonna drink a bunch as well. I got very lucky because I did originally was pretty happy with the fact that I got a hotel across the street from where a lot of the shows I'm going to is at, and then I ended up using the room rate to actually get something in the actual hotel. What the fuck, Scola? What was that shit? Literally just bounced off his hands.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the match.
I've been told it's a mistake, but I did figure out that it would be about a 35 hour travel time. That doxing though. It's a big hotel. Have you seen the picture of the hotel? It's a big ass hotel. I'm sure the fucking talent is staying in that hotel too. Oh no, he said we're staying at the Palms. Yeah, there's a shitload of people staying at the fucking Palms. There's so many people staying at the Palms that particular weekend. I think there would be more interest in the wrestlers staying at the Palms than random fuckhead Midwesterner. But yeah, I thought about if I'm going to New Orleans next year, which sounds like it might happen. I thought about taking Amtrak because I've never really taken Amtrak. I've heard pretty good things about Amtrak, depending on like if you kind of shell out for the roomette and such. And it's definitely more expensive than if I was flying, but it might be a nice experience because all I got to do is just drive south to the Amtrak station, very small Amtrak station, and then just take like the 6.5, 7 hour train to Chicago, and then the next like 17 to New Orleans. I don't really know if it'll be if that'll be what I actually decide upon doing, but we'll see. It is kind of funny because in like a week we have in like a week I found out is when we can officially put in time for like the first 4 months of next year. Like, because they're like, well, you can't do it until April 9th. And I wasn't even thinking about it, but I'm like, well, now that I can kind of put in time almost pretty much a year in advance, maybe I'll consider it and just take the time off just in case. Oh, almost. Secretly gambling. I feel like I need to take a little bit of money and like gamble at a casino, gamble at the Palms, just to at least say that I gambled, even if I just end up doing like penny slots. I'll do like what the old people tend to do, especially around here when they go to the local casinos. They just get the penny or nickel slots, and then they're just sitting there for like 5 hours, just pumping coins into the slots there, and then blow like $50.
And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter.
I've never really done the slots. I was more of a card game kind of guy, but card games, you really lose your money real quick if things go the wrong way.
Now Mason.
Yeah, we've been looking at stuff to do, perhaps in the off times, but that's starting to fill up right
In
now.
front of you now is the list of teams that haven't missed many shots at
He
all
is leaving
since
stuff.
the
Oh yeah,
All-Star
oh yeah, we
break. The Jazz, number
well
one.
aware.
The Magic in second.
Been a disciplined approach.
Who are your friends going to turn to now?
Since
Sari
Sorry,
Ano and still Hanan and
So on the floor
Sayaida.
for Utah. They've got Mason. Also Van Exel out there.
Yeah, they're still Sari.
Miller.
In fact, that was the thing there, is it was that was what we talked about with the Stardom meet and greets, is now we have to figure out like the beginnings of our Saturday. I'm going to be spending a lot of time at WrestleCon on Saturday morning because they're going to want to be there for the Hanan and Sayaida stuff, and I'm going to want to be there earlier, 2 hours earlier, for the Suzu Suzuki and potentially Azumi ones as well. But I feel like maybe I should do the Azumi one for Spark, because I think those were probably more personable than the WrestleCon ones were.
Miller, the pass to Duncan.
He still, I'll force the foul at least.
And, you know, this is a pick and roll league. We all know that everyone runs it, and he's really, really good with that particular play. He'll set the screen, really good timing when he rolls, and then the ability to catch and make a shot from there.
Son of a bitch.
Also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few
Really?
guys
Really
have been on
what?
the receiving end of one of his elbows when a rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
I'm guessing you'd be like, really? You're going to go meet Suzu?
Checked in, and the shot is good. And the Magic lead
I have the
by
feeling
7.
that's what's going to happen. I don't know what the really is,
Bucket in the lane.
but I feel like I don't feel Sorry gives off the same vibes. I mean, I guess.
The Magic will take it.
Now a chance, Kevin, to take it.
I mean, yeah. Sorry gives off the vibes to them.
First in shooting percentage, and then number 2 in fewest turnovers.
See, and that's the thing, is she liked Saori before she learned about Oz Saori. And then Oz Saori was on a whole different level,
This is a club that works well together.
as she comes out dressed in black with a whip.
Mason, he checked in for Van Exel. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Mason against Davis.
Up. Come on.
Miller with a screen on Davis. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Really good.
Is that Kobe who just absolutely biffed that? Yeah, it was. Ah, shit. There you go. Kick that ball. I'm kind of trying to keep my Friday and Saturday night open as a potential for, because I know that the end of, because I think I mentioned before, the end of hockey season is going to be right before we get there. So I don't know exactly when playoff hockey is going to start, but I think it might be that weekend. And Vegas is definitely going to be in it, being pretty much the top team in NHL. So if I can, I'd like to try to get nosebleed. It'd definitely be nosebleed seats, because those are about the only things I'm going to be able to afford. But nosebleed seats for a Golden Knights playoff game.
Miss a lot of shots that they normally make, and that has to be frustrating. So I think he's going to call this timeout just to try.
The downside is if I go to New Orleans next year, there's not a New Orleans hockey
Sometimes that's
team.
the best solution for
At least
them, but
not right
ultimately, I
now.
think they'll be able to shoot themselves
I don't
out
think
of
there
this
will be
slump.
either. I
But
think
in
there's
the meantime,
probably
maybe
like
getting to the free throw line will help.
5 cities that they're looking at before they would even consider New Orleans.
And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Outside Hardaway.
Ooh, too late.
That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Sorry, kicks me in the face, and it's in the vibe.
Jazz trail by 13. Van Exel kicks to Mason.
I got some stuff that I got from TJPW actually in the mail today. I made sure that I got it ordered and everything so that it showed up before I left for WrestleMania. In fact, I probably need to very soon, as in like probably before tomorrow, get the new Shoe Pro magazine with Yuki Arai on it so that I can get that signed, because I don't have a lot of shit to have signed this year compared to last year where I just had a lot of photo books just sitting in storage that were unsigned. And now pretty much all my photo books that can be signed are signed.
Kobe uncovered, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
They're losing their composure a little bit.
It was kind of funny to watch people like Mizuki practically cringe over her like old photo book, like the first one that TJPW did.
His three-pointers off the mark.
And I had pretty much everyone there to sign it except for Yuka.
To Kobe.
I guess I could probably get a program or something
Feeds it to
too.
Van Exel.
I don't want to be one of those. I don't want to be one of those guys who. I mean, they'll probably still have portraits, and I'm imagining because of what happened last year, they'll have a lot more portraits than they did last year, because they don't want to run out on day one.
On the wing, Davis. Orlando moving the ball around. Hardaway passes to Duncan. Jordan, guarded by Mason. Jordan kicks to Duncan. Jordan sets the pick for Duncan.
Oh.
Davis dishes to Hardaway. And that one
Penny's always good for that.
Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists tonight.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter.
All right.
They're shooting it well right
They
now.
haven't. Have they scored yet this quarter? I was like, wait a minute. I just realized I've been on some sort of massive run, and I didn't even realize. I'm like,
The 2K leaderboard for the
have they scored anything?
at the two-guard position
Now that I
since
think
the
about it, I wasn't even thinking about it.
third is Kobe Bryant.
Shit.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard spot, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Ah,
all they
hell.
have done
Ah,
is
hell.
convert their chances. That's it. Plain and simple.
I don't know why he didn't jump, but whatever. That probably would have just caused a foul, and it would have been a pain in my ass.
But in the league overall.
But yeah, I got a lot of different tickets to events and everything, and it's gonna be
Pass in front of him.
fun.
Here's Hardaway. And
Plan on spending way too much money. I even saw someone randomly talk online about how they were budgeting $600 for the meet and greets after the TJPW show. Oh my God, they're gonna charge extra for Yuki Arai, aren't they? Like everyone's gonna be $30, and then Yuki Arai is gonna be like 50. I can just feel it. I can just feel it.
That's his first triple of the game.
They always charge more for her stuff. I don't think that's going to change in Vegas.
Kobe kicks to Mason.
Nope.
Goes to the reverse layup and
It's
drops
been
it in.
$1,000 on Vegas.
Mason's got 5 points.
Let's just start selling plasma now. Get a couple good weeks of selling plasma in for extra spending money.
It's just beautiful basketball.
Oh, why are you here? It's because, you lost someone, wanted to help do a good cause. No, I need money to give to Japanese women in Las Vegas.
From 7, so the whistle
To be
blows.
fair, it's probably at least a slightly more noble cause than what most people probably go into
Utah
places to
getting their
donate
4th and
plasma
5th
if at all
free throw line
possible.
tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, you gotta make
And
sure to give
Utah making
Suzu
a
all the
change here.
food spot recommendations. How dare you?
He doesn't get the second one.
She's a lovely, thick girl. she's a sturdy girl.
He dishes it to Scola to the inside.
There you go.
And the layup's good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Yeah, and then of course, also on Sunday, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to find out what I'm going to be able to do with. What the fuck are you guys doing all the way over there? I'm going to have to find out what I could do potentially with like my suitcases and stuff. It's just going to be like the one suitcase and a personal bag, so I think the personal bag will be fine, but I'm going to have to figure that out because Sunday I'm not going to have my room anymore, but I'm planning on going to WrestleCon for a couple more meet and greets.
Kobe's got 5 now.
I might do a couple additional ones while I'm there too, because I saw like the fight legends, the MMA legends that they're gonna have. Like I feel like at least like Dan Severn and Don Fry I should do, because I think they're like $40 a piece for like an autograph plus photo. Like that's not bad, especially considering guys like DDP are like 100. Sting is like 120. I feel like if I'm there, you know, I'd have to see what Saturday morning tends to look like. But yeah, I feel like Dan Severn and Don Fry would be good to kind of also. Oh my God, that wasn't a foul. Good Lord, come on. The only thing I wish is that instead of someone like Mark Kerr, Mark Kerr is like Bob Sapp, but Bob Sapp probably costs more money.
Honeycutt's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, role players can make big differences in games, and he's showing he can get it done out there.
I saw Butterbean will be one of them as well.
Backs him down.
All right, we're gonna set this up real quick.
There's the pick. Leads him in there.
Oh! They get it? They call it? Yeah, they called it.
Talk about maximizing every
Damn.
possession you've got.
I need to turn on my fan.
And through one half,
Let it run the halftime real quick.
Magic lead by 17. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Now let's go straight to the Monday night halftime report. Orlando on top against Utah. No signs of letting up. They're riding high with this hot streak, and they continue to play well. Penny Hardaway,
with 11 and 9 points as the highest on our team, we're really spreading that ball out between everybody, aren't we? Pfizer's probably up there with 7 or 8 at this point.
And for the Jazz, they've been struggling a bit. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high through 2 quarters. Kobe, he's off to a rough start. Not a lot of shots falling. He's under 30% on the night.
30% is what Kobe's shooting. Jesus. As a rough night for Kobe.
It's the Pistons trailing to Miami. Some good action.
And Tracy McGrady leading the Heat.
And another one also
Boozer leading the Hornets.
For the Charlotte Hornets, they have the lead against the Rockets.
The Sprint
All right.
halftime report, presented by Sprint.
A beautiful view here flying north.
God, that's 2 weeks away now.
As we welcome you back.
2 weeks away.
A good quarter for Hardaway. He's got 11 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs. So
I don't know why. I'm at a point where I was working overtime, and then I kind of stopped doing it for like the whole month of March. And I'm not exactly regretting it, but I am also thinking like, God damn. How much better would I be off right now if I just decided to, you know, work? If I just decided to take all the hours that they had given me over the month of March. The new quarter started, so it's very possible that they contact me again on Friday to work Saturday. We'll see. I know they got some new people in there that they didn't have a month ago. Guys who aren't particularly great, but like they're bodies.
to Duncan.
where it's like, oh, they don't really work hard at all, but they are people. They are people who are there to potentially take over take a spot.
Outside for Curry. Feeds it to Kobe. Van Exel. Shot clock at 5.
Come on.
There's the triple.
Nice block. Go.
On the floor for Utah.
Oh, I also, as far as this was concerned, as far as basketball is concerned, I've been looking a lot into, what is it, Pro Basketball Manager 2025?
Van Exel buries the
Jesus.
jumper.
It looks a lot like the guy was, whoever made it, obviously it looks like maybe they took a lot of cues from Football Manager, but then put it into basketball, and they actually look like really good games too. And they have a lot of like licensed European basketball leagues, which is pretty cool. You really like a lot of women. Yeah, there'd be people able to tell you that if Twitter likes were public anymore. Ever since Twitter likes stopped being public, I really had an uptick in the shit that I've decided to like on Twitter. And as such, half of my feed now is just in Japanese and happen to be selfies.
He's rewarded with the easy putback.
The emphasis on defense becomes even more pronounced down the stretch run. These are the shooting guards who have come away with the most steals in the second half of the season. Number 1, Kobe Bryant.
He's often forced to guard the opponent's top player on the perimeter, and still.
Let's see that. No.
Yeah, he enjoys those challenges. Loves them, as a matter of fact.
I think he can. There you go.
Assignments, and
Woo!
he is really active defensively.
Just a good old beating him off the post.
Power right there.
And hammering down.
No big deal.
Two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Probably see it as a man's really horny for these women or something else, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sitting here being like, I don't think it's like desperation or horniness, but,
Van Exel against Davis. Kobe, that's good.
if I think they're cute and they
Played the role of the maestro on that one.
post a selfie that is cute, I will like it.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust.
Could be worse. I could be out there posting posting gifs of cartoon characters drying their crotch off with a hand dryer and having it make it look like they're they're dry humping the hand dryer.
4 on the shot clock.
No context, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I know.
Jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
I don't make too many excuses. I know what I am. And that is a single man who likes his Joshis. I mean, I can't even deny that. Like, I'm going to Las Vegas just to meet some of them. Some of them I met, even last year.
2 points just never materialized.
Van Exel with
Oh.
it. Picked up by Davis. Really left alone that time.
Hell of a time to come back.
And it's 13 points for Kobe
It's
Bryant.
fine.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle.
It's just, all it is basically just admitting how I am.
He's got that much
Admitting what I am.
Van Exel against
Miyabi
Davis.
posted a
And that one's
TikTok
good.
with your new blonde
Van
hair.
Exel's got 5 points now in the
Who?
The soft finger roll is just one of
Miyabi.
the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Sari's sister?
You can see
Oh.
how Utah stacks up.
I don't know that.
Scoring.
I don't know that. Listen, I don't. There you go, right there. You don't know ball? No, I'm not so obsessed with Joshi wrestlers that I know the names of their siblings, and then also notice when they change their hair color.
Well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
So Utah.
I'm not that deep into it. Oh my God. Marcus, what the fuck? Why does he have no name? Is he just like a 40 overall? Did they put a 40 overall dude in this? Do you have nobody on your team? 25 overall. You got a 25 overall dude that's got 4.5 minutes a game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You got an 11 deep like roster. Why are you using your 12th man like that? Why have you not already gotten rid of him? But I mean, if you want to have a guy that's like, 25 overall out there, remind me, 32? He's number 32? All right. Whoever he's guarding, we're just going to abuse that. Except for now. You know all your you did. Brand new hand dryer, super suction. What the fuck? Hand dryers don't suck. What? What hand dryers are you using that suck your hands in?
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. You look at Orlando. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that number one spot.
All right, who's 32 guarding?
Right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
All right, right there is good. Okay, well, I'll just pop a 3. Ah, damn. All right. Come on, he's a 25 overall. Just shoot over him. It's fine. He's not gonna block it.
And Honeycutt kicks to Van Exel. Shot clock at 6.
Oh.
From 12 feet out. That misses off the back.
There we go.
What was the defense doing there?
Let's see.
Not the guy to give an open look to, and yet
Where is he at? Where is he at? There he is. All right, Reggie. Ah, damn it.
And it's out of bounds to the Magic as
I do not understand the odds that both of you have in this chat. It's probably for the best, just to not know. Although it is kind of funny that you're mentioning that, because as far as I think I mentioned the fact that I go every year to a local like anime convention, mostly for drinking and hanging out with friends. But I'm planning on trying to host a panel about Joshi wrestling at said con. I figured, well, you know what? I've done this for like 10 years now. I at least kind of know content creation enough as well to probably make a semi-enjoyable live presentation with some Q&A and such. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh, come on now. And usually they have something that they want for. Usually they have something that they want that's not completely anime related. Usually like Japanese fandom related. So I was like, this could do something interesting with it. And then if I get a good hang of it, maybe do it every year.
Rebounded by the Jazz. Kobe's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Curry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just crumple Eddie Curry.
That's not an easy bit of work there.
The Jazz making a switch here. .56 seconds left in the third.
Ooh, we got Kwame out there. We should utilize Kwame a little bit. We need to make sure he gets his minutes. We need to make sure he gets his points.
Size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Here's Brown. Goes up.
Oh.
He dishes it to Davis. Brown.
Oh. Oh, damn it. All right. 5th personal for Stack. Jesus.
And the free throws for him.
Our big men are going to be getting to run roughshod here not too long from now. Here we go. But yeah, I don't know how much I want to, I still enjoy playing this, of course, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would also enjoy kind of the more text-based simulator aspect, and also just the completely random like European leagues that I'd end up controlling if I got Pro Basketball Manager. I don't know if I want to buy it super soon, just at full price, or wait for it to go on sale. I'll have to think about it. Spend a lot of money on other shit, so. Wow. Well, they're climbing back up. I think they outscored us that time.
Magic out in front, up by 12.
Still up by 12, but I think it was down from 15.
The NBA regular season
15 or 17.
The Utah Jazz hit the road to battle it out with the Golden State Warriors next Sunday, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific.
And we welcome you back to more NBA
GM of the Vikings is GM of American football game.
Plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight.
They have to have something that's like an American football manager, don't they? I don't know. Even if it didn't have like the NFL teams specifically on it, you'd think they, I don't know, because, with spring league football and American football being as niche as it is, like you would end up, like it definitely draws a crowd in places like Japan, and I think China's had some stuff that went with that as well. And I know they're trying to do they're doing young American football in Europe and stuff. But I feel like they don't have something quite like Football Manager there. I might be wrong. Also, it'd be kind of cool if Out of the Park Baseball did something like that too. I like the idea of there being just a bunch of international leagues to cut your teeth in, utilizing some of the independent leagues that also exist. That would be kind of cool. I don't think Out of the Park Baseball does that, where they have a massive pool of different players.
So it's Orlando now.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Can we not?
And Curry with the stuff.
Textbook example there of how to use defense.
It'd be kind of neat to do Japan baseball or Korean baseball, because they got their own thing also going in the Asian countries as far as baseball's concerned, or Dominican Republic, or God forbid even Cuba. I mean, Football Manager lets you be sometimes the Saudi Arabian national team manager, or the Qatar national team manager. So, not completely out of the realm of possibility to have a baseball version of that.
And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. The Jazz making a switch here. Beasley's checked in.
I did have this idea. I think I don't know if I've mentioned here specifically my idea of using College Hoops 2K8, the PS2 version, with kind of how sandboxy it can be. About it'd be kind of neat to try to run my own custom leagues, and then do promotion relegation. So I'd be simulating probably 3 different leagues with promotion relegation in it, but still be playing the games as my own team. Maybe even take a team 3rd tier and move it up. But then again, I had an idea that involved including NBA teams, which would take up half the league, and then a version that with just non-NBA teams.
consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in.
I don't know. Just a bunch of stuff that I had thought of that I don't know if I would do or not. But I kind of want to at least tinker around with some of the modifications I have been able to do and see, what could potentially work.
Defense didn't give him any space there.
Back to Jordan.
All right, let's see the Jordan shot.
On the way.
There you go.
With the bucket.
I like the way they've played here. In the
They should
first
do an
half.
alternate timeline team,
Getting good
kind of like
shots.
what we're doing now.
Certainly back that up. They're shooting them.
This dynasty Orlando Magic team
Kicks to Van Exel.
with
Pass to Kobe.
a Penny Hardaway who doesn't get hurt, a Michael Jordan on the team,
Miss by Kobe.
a Sharif that's with a non-shit team.
Pfizer covered by Van Exel. Duncan kicks to Davis.
Oh, shit. Well, I deserve all of that. Oh.
Abdul Rahim.
Oh!
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I was like, is he going to go too slow? Is someone going to come in and take it? Or am I just going to be able to take off? Basically a better team in Florida than Miami Heat, yeah.
Now here's Van Exel. He's covered closely. They grab their own miss. Call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I also thought about it with football teams doing something like promotion relegation, but I feel like that would be a lot more work because even if I included like NFL teams, you'd have to include like NFL rosters, and that's like 50 people a team. That's way too much.
From Van Exel. Miller's checked in for Utah.
That's way too much because there's not a lot of like the games that I'd want to use. They kind of keep up with some of the rosters,
He hits one and misses one, each at the
but
line.
not quite to the extent I'd like them to.
Pass to Jordan. Dishes it to Davis. Target from 3-point
Man, they're
range.
just
Utah's
they're
gone into a
really
funk from downtown.
Davis is
4
really
over
hurting
1
out there.
5
Let's get the
His
bench
foul on the bottom of the
involved.
bucket.
There we go. Let's just change out the oil here on our players.
Battles through traffic and
all
lays
right.
it in. Miller's got
We're
4
starting to
this
pull away again, but they're pulling back. Let's get our bench guys in there. They're at least
Let's go quickly
not
over to
tired.
Pittsburgh for an
They're
update.
refreshed. They're energized.
Chance to hear what Flip Saunders was saying to his club.
Oh,
He wants to make sure
they're
they're
shit.
assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys,
ooh.
And
Ah.
fouled hard that
I don't know
time.
what football game you'd use for a Falcons franchise or Isaac.
Amazing game for Brown.
I think the most custom, as much as I love NFL 2K5 and I love playing it, I think the most customizable game,
Defensively, most of the game.
as far as like good solid ones, is like the PS2 Madden games. So like Madden 08 would probably be the best choice for
And
something
Brown
super
drops the
customizable like that.
Jazz trailed by 14.
That's just one of the things I've noticed
And
with
here's
a lot of the
Van Exel.
tools that they have
Here. Lays it
out
up
now
and
for
Boy, they're doing
that
nice
particular
job, a really
game.
good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into
All right,
that
you know what?
game.
I think it's because we haven't given the ball enough to Kwame. I think that's the problem. See?
with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the problem.
Now in the quarter.
We're not giving Kwame enough touches.
Close to the hoop.
Outside
Come on.
Curry.
Come on.
Kobe down low.
Oh.
Here's Dampier. That's in. Coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got 4 assists now tonight.
Just seems
It's
like
fine,
they're
it's
finding
fine.
open lane to the hoop every time
12
down.
points, 12 points.
Five
Go,
seconds
go,
to
go,
run
go!
the paint.
Yeah, on the flip
Ah.
side, Steve, the defenders
All right, we got the foul at least.
And the first one comes. Reyes, he's checked in for Dampier.
What year would you use? I don't know. I don't know what they would do with that. I don't like. I like football, but I don't know if I would care enough. I would have to really think about it because I already like worked kind of hard on like my own little custom thing that I was doing non-NFL and all that, and I'd probably be more interested in working with something like that. So I probably wouldn't care enough to probably spend time and effort because there's probably not a lot of retro rosters out there for Madden 08. I'd have to look to see if how many people have actually done retro rosters for Madden 08. And even then, I don't know what the draft classes look like either, because I think those were still like, I don't know, I have to look. I don't think there was, I don't think they had like draft classes that you would just import to utilize like you could for NBA. There we go. 18 points total for Kwame. Can we get him to 20? We got to get Kwame to 20. He's 6 for 7. And I still haven't ever done anything really yet with hockey. Like, I've had some stuff I've worked on with hockey, and I've never done that. And I kind of like hockey better than anything.
Compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Yep. Feed the ball inside to Kwame. 20 points for Kwame. Put a hockey team in Atlanta, yeah. Do the Thrashers again. Share efforts, anthems, like anthems efforts. Or efforts, share efforts, anthems. I mean, we keep feeding Kwame, right? Like, that's... Even if he's tired, we just keep feeding Kwame. Oh, my Lord. Kwame can't stop. Cannot stop. Pulling ahead. 22 for Kwame. We're going to make him player of the game. I can feel it. He's going to be player of the game off the bench.
Feeds it to Van Exel. From outside, off the mark. And here's Brown outside.
Oh, man, he's still shit at threes, though.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves
how Sharif anthems. Oh, okay.
One of those dreamlike games for a coach.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in.
Tell me. Give me Kwame. Give me Kwame. He got 22 points. Give me Kwame. Aha! Let's go! I forgot we didn't even put the starters in at the end. Kwame was just demolishing them. Just a bunch of inside shots. Looking like a Roy Hibbert highlight reel. Just a bunch of under the hoop shots. 9 minutes, 22 points. He passed up Sharif for that. It's now officially Sharif and Kwame and friends. Let's see. 8th consecutive victory. All right, and we move straight into Golden State. And this one, because Jazz are there, but they're like 5 points behind us. Golden State's going to be different. Golden State may very well be different here. Did we get I think we got the save. I'm just going to save just to have that taken care of, but all right, we got Golden State to deal with. This is probably going to be a little bit more in it. We'll see. Put on the ones I made. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Let's put on. Ooh, do we want to put put on some practice jerseys? I wonder if I should give them the Orange Warriors. The real garbage. We're not even the best team. It's probably Washington. Let's give them the Orange Warriors. How about that? We'll give them the Orange Warriors ones.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce, and this
Give them
is
those early
NBA
2010
2K
ones.
Sports. It's April 1st, and I pity the fool who changes the dial. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Orlando Magic.
I
The
pity
NBA
the fool
on
that
2K
changes the
Sports.
dial. Oh, God. April Fool's Day, yeah. Oh, God, I forgot. We also got to deal with Dwayne Wade and Carmelo now. Doesn't seem like it's done a whole lot of good for them, but who knows? Maybe they can get someone good in 2004 to turn that around. Man, they got Rasheed and Alonzo Mourning and Ron. That's going to be a team, though. Once Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony get there, they're going to be a force to deal with, man. And it's already pretty bad. It's going to get even worse next year when they become like superstars. Just imagine year 3. Like that 04-05 season is going to get real bad. That 05-06 season, they're going to be the obvious favorites. Depending on what Alonzo Mourning and Mercer and the other guys, depending on who they put around them, because they'll still be on rookie contracts too. That's gonna be gross.
This game, the 4th meeting, they'd like to turn the lights out on this series and get the sweep.
All right, already got one for Rasheed. Kind of wish it was Carmelo or Wade, but I'll take what I can get. Wish we can at least make those.
You're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer.
There we go. Much nicer.
Definitely took them over the top.
Oh, shit. No. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be brutal. I can feel it. This is going to be
I agree
brutal.
with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the
There
year.
you go. There you go. No, come on.
And here's
All right.
Golden State.
First A-plus clanger of the night, I believe.
Back to Wade.
I believe any of the other three-pointers we didn't make in the last game were not A-pluses, but that's the first green clanker of the night.
Just 3 to
I should
shoot.
keep a tally sometimes when it starts getting bad.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of
Watch. Oh wait, no, it's a C. The C plus made it.
It's hard to stop, guys, because it poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Rick Adams.
Goodness.
Doris, what do you have to say?
You know, this means that once I get done with this, the next thing on the docket would be TEW. And I've written, once again, nothing so far for TEW. So I'm really going to have to do something very soon.
We can't be lazy around them.
And as always, Doris, thank you. First quarter, about a minute and a half.
I should stream tomorrow. I definitely won't have a lot of time tomorrow to
Some nice
maybe
ball
write
by the Magic.
because I'll have a friend over and we'll be hanging out for a little bit.
Wade with it. 32 points
And then
for
he
him
gets
last
very
game against
attached
Minnesota.
and very needy and just doesn't and really only leaves when he decides to.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Sari, I'm all undefeated streak. One day I'll learn to mod sports games on PC one day. It's not, I mean, to be fair, when it comes to modding, like, I barely know most of the stuff. I barely know a lot of the stuff to do on here, and it really just came down to a lot of,
Hardaway kicks to Davis. And
it
it's
really
Davis
came
with
down
21.
to
Davis has got his first 3 points.
a lot of trial and error. Mostly error, and still error. There's still stuff on here that's broken.
And the whistle blows on
Your
the
friend or your
back of the
girlfriend?
over.
No, just a friend.
Some rookies have had a very hot hand this season. These are the best three-point shooters in the NBA's freshman class. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Hardaway. And it
Got the
goes
foul.
as the official
There you go.
calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Why are we losing?
And he's got
We're
his
not losing.
hands at the line here. And the Warriors decide to take their
Sari
first time out
Yamaoka
here.
undefeated streak. I'm still a ways away from Sari even being there. I'm still like over a year and a half away from Sari even being in the
Close to spiraling out of
deal there. I'm very behind. I used to be at least fairly like fairly close to real life, but now I'm almost 2 years behind. Thank you, Ramen.
They took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
I also had an idea for TEW that I think is going to. I don't think I would consider it. I don't think I would consider it. Oh my lord, almost cheating in the game. But like sometimes when you have the amount of talent that I have in my men's promotion in TEW, the whole TV taping process just kind of feels broken. And the whole TV taping process honestly is kind of broken in TEW. I don't know why I thought I could just shoot over Alonzo Mourning of all people. Even 2004 Alonzo Mourning. He's probably about 40 at this point, at least.
First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's Anthony with the drive. Busts the
Jesus Christ, we had two hands in his face. We were practically draped over him, and he still was just like, haha, nope.
So far, so good.
Here's Abdul Rahim. Feeds to Duncan.
Hope the 2K UBR will still be up whenever. I don't think it is it? I think
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to
I think
for lackadaisical coverage there.
Injuries are not a factor. I mean, injuries are definitely a factor, but it's also something you can work on. Like I had to use a lot of points on Penny Hardaway not having all his joints turned to sawdust before my eyes, which is why he's still able to run around. And even then, for some reason, for as durable as Tim Duncan's durability is in like the 80s, and he still keeps getting hit every season with like, this is the first season in a little bit that he hasn't spent half of it injured. Even then, I think he did. I think there was a point that he was still hurt for at least a little bit. But yeah, is the 2K14 UBR? I don't think it is. At least I don't remember.
2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Unless someone got it and then put it on like archive.org or something. And then I think like the UR basketball, the URB, which is a slightly different version of this, I think also went down. Like, I feel like all of the work that's ever been done on this game is practically gone.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Jordan, averaging 8 points a game.
All right, Scola. Scola.
To halt the run.
Ah, come on.
The Warriors leading. Some firepower, Clark.
And of course, I had some stuff I was looking at with 2K25. I bet you, like there's a lot of work that probably has gone into the new 2Ks, especially now that 2K25 is the new gen version on PC.
Can't get it to go, and Orlando will come the other way. Backing down is Brown.
Just shoot it. There you go. Just let Hardaway get hurt, but you know, to keep her realism. No, I mean, we're using alternate reality at this point. We changed reality from like moment one. So it'll be even more fun when we make Greg Oden not be injury prone. That'll be the real fun.
Shot on the wing, and the Warriors miss again.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially.
That'll be good if we can. I mean, here we live in a world right now where Kwame doesn't suck. Of course, there's no realism here anymore. We have changed the course of time. Kwame doesn't suck. Jordan left the Bulls and is still hanging around even now. Duncan's in Florida where he's supposed to be in Texas, yeah.
Now, to me, this game comes down to one thing, and that's
The Golden State Warriors managed like the number 2 and 3 draft picks in the most important, in arguably the most important like draft year. Well, no, not 2 and 3. I think it was like 2 or 3 and 4. I think maybe. I can't remember, but they had 2 of the top 5 draft picks in a year where that was arguably the most important NBA draft.
Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Magic in third.
And so they managed to luck upon 2 generational stars. So, yeah, the Warriors are going to be a real pain in the ass. Who has LeBron? I think Milwaukee. I think the Bucks have LeBron.
There's the dish to Scola. Clock at 4. Hoiberg. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
Funny enough, I think Shaq is still on the Lakers. I think Shaq is still there.
Now here's James. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
Part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball.
No.
I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
There you go.
Nice pass. Nice catch.
It'll be interesting to see how LeBron does in Milwaukee and how long he stays there, or if a big market team picks him up once his rookie contract expires. That'll be interesting to see. Why is LeBron in Milwaukee this year? I don't want to live in this universe. I do. I want to live in a universe where the Magic have won 6 titles in 7 years.
Here's Tinsley. Down low. He hits Brown with the drive.
Ah, damn it.
A trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
I mean, this is probably a if you think about it, 6 titles in 7 years means that the actual Orlando Magic the Orlando Magic fan base in this universe is probably insufferable. Like, the Orlando Magic are probably the New York Patriots of the NBA. At 6 titles, like, Orlando's definitely become a destination at this point. That's how we were able to land Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller.
The Utah Jazz hit the road to
I can only imagine a world like this because, yeah, like I said, Orlando Magic fans would be insufferable in this world. Man, we had to. What a combination, by the way, right there. That'd probably be a good amount of TV right there. That would be some blockbuster TV that I just noticed there. You got Magic Jazz, 2 of the top teams in the league. We just had that game. 3 days later, it's Magic Warriors, 2 of the top teams in the league once again, and then Jazz Warriors. It's like some sort of round robin like NBA classic that probably is going to draw in like a shitload of people if this was on TV like that, especially in like 2003. Luring them all to town with Disney passes.
Jeter dishes to James. He feeds it to Jeter.
They're going to have to play in front of him in every decaying industrial town.
6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, we also live in a world where the Sacramento Kings don't exist. It's the Kansas City Kings, where I believe they started anyway.
Defense on the perimeter, they're challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense. Even with the D lurking.
You play for us, they let you cut the line. They get like those permanent fast passes. You just get those permanent fast passes when you're a Magic player. Straight to the front of the line. They'll have escorts for you.
Take a look at the Jazz. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Golden State, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Right now, looking at the Warriors, you know, they've got
Players already have preferred escorts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they definitely. But I mean, they got.
Figure that out in the midst of the season, Clark. You got
we would definitely have some of our players in the news for like getting too drunk at like Drink Across the World at Epcot. That would happen as well. Like a big time franchise like this, there would definitely be someone, probably Kwame, that like gets arrested for like drunken public intoxication at Epcot.
It's an 11-point Orlando lead. Here's Golden State now.
That would be if this game was realistic, they would have those sort of things too. They would have weird suspensions and arrests for players. Diplomatic incident at Epcot. Oh my God! And he still missed. Oh my God, that's a lot. That is a stroke of god awful luck. I'm so sorry. All right, we'll back her up. Get someone over here. All right, that'll work. I'm trying to think who would be the most. Reggie Miller would probably do something as well. Michael Jordan, definitely. Michael Jordan probably wouldn't go to Disney. Michael Jordan doesn't seem like a Disney kind of guy. Hey! I just imagine the presidents in this Ultimate Universe. Yeah, it's going to get real awkward after year 8 where Obama's still handing us the jersey. I can't remember if they actually change it after a certain amount of time. I don't think they do because we're technically in 2021. So like Obama would have been gone at this point, but it's still Obama if I remember right.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
Obama is just God King, as we find out.
Anthony's got 13.
They take off the term limits for Barack Obama in this game. That's the other reality that we live in. Question: why do you think people mod Madden 08 over games like 07 or 12? Funny enough, people do mod 07 and 12. At least it depends on. I don't think people mod 12 or 07 for like the PS3 or 360 as much. But I do know for 07 there's a little bit of an effort for the PS2 version. And I know that there is for 12 because it is the last PS2 version. But yeah, I think because 08 exists, a lot of the effort goes into 08. I think because they're part of the same generation, it's basically practically the same game. I know a lot of people who still play Madden 07 and will do some stuff with 07, but yeah, I think most of the mods stick with 08 because that's generally considered the best Madden, arguably one of the best Maddens of all time. I want to say there's a little bit that people are kind of working on with Madden 12, PS3, 360, but yeah, I know there's been a sort of project for PS2 Madden. But yeah, also Madden 08 also is the last PC version as well. I believe it's the last PC. Well, I mean before when they came back, but that doesn't hardly mean anything because those new Maddens, of the good Maddens.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far.
So I think that also helps. It's because a lot of that stuff also gets made for PC as well, so that you can still play the game natively on PC. But yeah, I think it also has to do with the ease of tools. Like I can easily create like a whole custom roster, and kind of did on like a PS2 or GameCube version of Madden. So it I think the ease of use also has a lot to do with it. Mod me as president. Trying to think of what Joshi would be a funny president. Here's the second green clanker I've seen. So it is the last one on PC. I thought they went up to 12 like the PS2 did. Nope. They came back at like Madden 18 or something, but I don't think a lot of people really. I know that there's definitely communities around modding the newer Maddens, but it's not as prevalent as
It's blocked.
it's not as whoa oh god damn.
Couldn't get the shot off.
Yeah, it's not as prevalent as
For Tim Duncan.
Madden 08 just because it's a better game that, you know, people consider it a better game, and I consider it a better game.
Michael Jordan on the wing.
I came back with like Madden 18 on the PC. I remember that, and it was shit. And I went, nah, I'll just play a more an older Madden.
My angle, it looked like it was in the bottom
It's
of
kind of
the
like any of the new NHLs.
Yep, I thought so.
A lot of people want the new NHLs on PC, and I do too. But also, like, they're just not good. So
To the paint. Here's Pfizer, and he makes
it's
it.
kind of a double-edged sword on that.
With one hand.
textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the
Here we
basket.
go.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Yeah, the thing that really irks me that I wish I could go back 20 years in time to is
Passes to Mercer.
telling some people like 2K to keep putting their games on GameCube,
Wallace.
because there was a lot of times that they just basically completely gave up on putting games on GameCube and just stuck to PS2 and sort of Xbox. And unfortunately, because of the popularity of Nintendo and especially the GameCube games, the modding has been a lot better for GameCube than PS2.
3-point bomb. Davis has got 6 points.
So emulation tends to run better on that, but also like the last like NBA 2K game on GameCube was like 2K3, as was the last NHL as well, was like 2003,
Pass to Anthony.
and that's a real shame.
Wade outside. Another miss by Wade. The Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter.
I could only imagine what old school NHL would be, because they still do NHL 2K5 modding. I bet you it'd be even better if they did 2K5 on GameCube, and they don't.
Working for him today.
Wade against Davis. Wade kicks to Anthony. Back to Wade. Some nice passing by Golden State here.
Oh,
Got a
oh.
piece of it. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Well, the shooting guard position is where
2K kept doing college football up until at least 2K5. Yeah, that would have been nice, especially considering obviously how much better literally the year after they stopped doing college football that their football games got. But I don't know how much of the code would have transferred over, because I think NFL 2K3 wasn't bad. But yeah, 4 and 5 were definitely a lot better. And I know college football 2K3 wasn't great, so I don't know if they would have kept a lot of the football from that. Honestly, it would have been great if they still did like
5 to shoot.
2K football
And so it looks like the Warriors
beyond.
will retain possession here.
Well, let's take a
You know,
look
I've
at
always
how
talked about that. I wish that 2K
last 10
went
games.
just a little bit, just a couple years further on college hoops.
10th in steals.
They went just a couple of years further on like
Really impressive.
all-pro football, or at least made it more sandbox-like.
Among the top 10 assist men, he's been providing a lot of room service dimes to his teammates. I hope they appreciate it.
The pass to Woods. Now the feed to Scola. Outside for Davis.
All right, you're really slacking on him, Dwayne.
There's the bucket. Good.
That's why you shouldn't do that. By the way, I just noticed that we have taken a 21-point lead. It was kind of close in the first quarter, and then we really just pulled away in the second.
Down at that end with almost nothing.
It was real dodgy during pretty much that entire first quarter, but
By stopping their outside shot,
we've really pulled it together here in quarter number 2.
Two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Woods.
Probably helps that I've got a lot of good three-point shooters generally as well.
Should probably use a little clock here.
Alternate universe says probably Universal NFL has no license for EA. At least not an exclusive license, because that's been chirped about for a long time.
Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
It'd be great.
And here is Davis. He got it up. A single
Hey, let's go.
perfectly timed. any better?
Baron Davis puts us up by 20 going into the half.
Guys, he got himself into as good
God
a
damn.
position as he could before he pulled the trigger. What a play.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
You know, the real shame of it is the fact that it's been like 4 years now, because it was like 2021, I think. I'd have to go look, but it was sometime like either late 2020 or sometime in like mid 2021 that they did the official announcement for NFL 2K. And there's been so much around that. And then they did that like shitty mobile game or whatever it was. I forget. I think it was a mobile game. And it was kind of NFL 2K branded, and then there was a lot of people like, yo, this isn't it, right? Like, you guys are doing another game. And it went from, oh yeah, they're definitely working on another game, this is not it, to just not talking about it anymore. And there was still a lot of hope up to like a year ago, but now it seems like not a lot of people are. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is dead. I don't think EA and the NFL has reached an agreement to renew yet. I mean, that would be the thing, is unless 2K has been secretly making a simulation football game, which was the whole thing about the NFL 2K thing, is they weren't allowed to make a simulation game. Unless they've been somehow making that and they've been just waiting for the current contract to expire to maybe get rid of the non-exclusivity. I guess we'll find out. I would say if because EA will probably shill out a lot of money because they make a bunch of money on this game. So there's the third green clanker. So EA will probably shell out a mountain of cash to keep that exclusivity because they make enough money on it to begin with. So why not? And then NFL probably doesn't care as long as their brand isn't getting tarnished. Hey.
The Magic have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Now Wade.
You know, it'd be nice, and I don't think, because the games were never amazing, but it'd be interesting if maybe they got back into baseball. But I feel like no one has really seriously challenged the show in so long. It would be kind of neat if, because I don't know exactly how all the new MLB rules work with the show, but it'd be kind of neat if they did something like that with like a new MLB 2K where they had a bunch of that like potentially turn on and off the old 2K pitch meter. That was something. I haven't played the show in a while, but it looked like they added that to the show. Because I saw, like, it was like gesture pitches or something. I forget what they call it. But, like, people were showing, like, it was like, oh, yeah, pros who play this online do gesture pitches because it's the most accurate. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's literally just the MLB 2K pitching. That's literally just what that was.
I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
But I thought it was kind of cool. It's weird that it took them so long to put that in there because I feel like that's a fairly recent thing. The doing the little weird gestures and all that.
And to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen.
Honestly, I kind of like the really old 2K pitch meter where it started off with like where it did like the vertical ball and then the horizontal ball coming across, like for 2K5. I've played a little bit of MLB 2K5 recently. I really like how the pitch meter works on that. Still think the 2K one was better. Andy, 35 months. Oh my God, it's been almost 3 years. They subscribed for 4 months in advance. Lord. Why?
as they're looking for a way
Give
to
me a
score
UFL
here.
game. Yeah, I think a lot of people are hoping for a UFL game.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now,
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping the football games that are being made currently that are at least trying to do something sim style. That's why I do at least support I do at least support the people who are at least trying to do something with, with the limited budget that they have.
he's guarded by Mourning.
And, depending on how good or bad that they are.
Wade kicks to Mourning. Back to Wade.
I like Axis football. I haven't played a lot of Axis football on this channel in quite a while, which is probably a shame because it's not a bad game and it's very customizable and it's very sandboxy, which is exactly how I like it. But yeah, I feel like that. Why were you positioned like that? The only shame is the Unity thing.
Have shot the ball. The bench.
The Unity thing is, I think, one of the killers.
The Magic in third, the Warriors.
Because it does. I feel like you can probably make the game still look good and feel good, but yeah, the animations do feel very stiff, and I wonder if that's a Unity thing or not.
Passes it to Mercer. Guarded by Hardaway. Outside Anthony.
Time on Big 2K22. I haven't caught this series. I'm visually and mentally catching up with all the player alignments. Yeah. I don't know how long you've been gone. We have a lot of our. Oh, why didn't I just shoot? Fourth green clanker of the night.
Outside Davis. He dishes it to
We still have a lot of our top guys that we've. Okay, that wasn't an A+ though.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty.
Yeah, I know. It's rare to see him come up empty. I don't know why. The game just really didn't want Penny Hardaway to make those shots. We got Pfizer back. He was gone for about a year and a half or so.
Wade on the wing.
Kwame is really turning into.
No good. So Orlando.
Kwame's really turning into something special with us. I can't wait. I can't wait until he's an all-star.
With a completely new five on the floor.
Melo and D-Wade on a team. Yeah, rookie Melo and rookie D-Wade. It was so... I couldn't fucking believe what happened in this game. I couldn't fucking believe how the draft happened. Somehow the Warriors, who had like a number 3 and then like a number 12 draft pick, got 2 and 4. And then, of course, Milwaukee Bucks picked LeBron. And then the Warriors picked Dwayne Wade. And then I was like, all right, well, I forget who the third team was, but obviously it's going to be Melo. And then they picked Chris Kaman. And so the Warriors are like, yeah, we'll take Melo. So now we get rookie Dwayne Wade and rookie Melo on this newly built Warriors team with like veteran Alonzo Mourning. With veteran Alonzo Mourning and Ron Mercer and Rashid.
Backing in. Tries to snap the goal streak. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And
So yeah, they're like one of the top teams in the league. Their record doesn't reflect it yet because I'm guessing there was probably some injuries. I would assume Alonzo Mourning. But yeah, they're gonna be a real pain in the ass here in about 2 seasons. Next season's going to be pretty bad, but 2 seasons from now, it's going to be real because they're still going to be on rookie contracts too. It's going to be awful. Midway went out of business and no chance in hell in getting Blitz League 3. NFL Blitz. I don't think I've talked about it too much either, but there's something really weirdly nice playing when they tried to do the pro games. Now, they didn't do it too much with NFL Blitz Pro, trying to make it feel sim-like, but they added a shitload of sliders to NHL Hits Pro, and I've actually found like a slider set that someone was using that made it still feel midway-ish, but still kind of feel like a sim version of hockey. It's so weird to take something that is clearly a midway game and has all the midway like animations and everything, but still kind of feel like realistic hockey. And it's very odd, but it plays very nicely.
It's hauled in by the Magic. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Jamal Tinsley, Louis Scola. Yeah, Tinsley's been here for, I think, a season. Scola, I believe, is new. Pfizer was gone for a season or so. We had Yao Ming. I traded away Yao Ming. But I think that was Reggie Miller I got out of it because I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford Yao Ming when his rookie contract's up, not with all the other guys that I have. Hoiberg was gone for a while too. Hoiberg was gone for about 2 or 3 seasons. He came back. I forget who I traded, but I got some sort of trade, and they're like, "Do you want Fred Hoiberg?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I'll take a solid 3-point shooter." Some of my other bench guys at the time were not the greatest, so yeah, I brought Hoiberg back.
Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that. Exactly where they want to be as they close in on the post.
I kind of forget who I think EA owns the rights to Blitz because EA was that's the 5th one. I think EA owns the rights to Blitz. Because the last time Blitz was made was, I believe, by EA. And that was like on the 360 and PS3. I remember that because that's when Ultimate Team was like first popping off and getting big. And weirdly enough, they had like a model. They had like a play model for Blitz, where they had like these super cards that you could get, and then it didn't cost you like $50 to spend on. You didn't have to spend an arm and a leg to try to get these specific cards. Like you actually just grinded in the game, and then you could get them. It was refreshing. And then they never did it again, and then they shelved it ever since. They went, "Oh my God, a game that's fun, that people kind of enjoy? And we're not making way too much money on it, we have to shut that down." I think they might have made their own version on Madden now. Don't they have like NFL Street, NFL Blitz versions of stuff? Like I'm pretty sure they have like a version, like their own version of NFL Street now on Madden. I haven't played Madden in a few years, so I don't really know. I've been tempted because, it's been on sale for like $15 on Steam, but I still couldn't gather myself to actually get it.
Shoots from the post. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact right there. And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And the first one
there we go.
Is good. The Warriors making a switch here. Jeter's checked in. And Duncan drops
there we go.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line.
Oh, goodness.
It's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just
Man, we're up by almost 30 at this point. This is kind of ridiculous. I wasn't expecting to be doing this. We were, like I said, we were kind of neck and neck for a little bit there.
11 feet away. That's good.
Boy, I'm surprised he took that shot. He was at a huge size.
I'm surprised he took that. I'm surprised he made that shot. I'll just pop that up. There's another A+. I don't know why I tried that one.
Here's Wallace, right now averaging 5 points a game. Now here's James. Got it off in time, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The 3 quarters of play all in the
Game just
books,
continue after the
and this
first
one
campaign.
all
Do you keep
over
going
already?
until your team is maxed out?
Out in front, opening
I feel
up
like you could maybe do, I don't know, like you'd have to maybe do like a story mode and then a franchise mode separate. But then again, the draft classes is always the thing that makes things odd. Like you'd almost have to do things kind of like how they do in like European football, where there's not drafts. Like people just turn a certain age and then you rush to sign them. It basically have to be how it works.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter
which wouldn't feel much like a franchise mode. I think that's the thing that probably stops a lot of these types of games is trying to implement draft classes.
They've got Miller, and it's Tinsley in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. James kicks to Jeter. Back to James. 5 on the clock. And
Get that shit out of here.
Possession here.
2 seconds on the shot clock. 2.
Shot clock at 2. Number
Oh,
45.
I tried.
Number 45.
Wow, that was really bad. Wow, that was really bad.
But they finally get the bucket.
Guys,
And that's 10
we are killing them right now. Do not just roll over and let them come back on us.
More bodies committed down low.
Backing down is Brown.
I'm trying. Oh,
Well, they're not going to get back.
oh, god damn you.
Commit frustration foul.
Wonder if he committed that foul because he knew I was about to pass it back to him. Oh god, everyone's just changing the oil here. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Duncan right side.
You know what I should do? Because I might have some excess time after this.
6 on the shot clock. Outside.
I should
Here's Pfizer, and the shot
I should do a quick game in like college hoops. Because I think I mentioned it before.
And on in the second half, guys. I mean,
That in the PS2 version of College Hoops, I found out that you can make someone as short as 4'6", which is, you know, the size of the average like 11-year-old boy. And so I decided to see what it would look like to take a couple teams and then just make them about the size of like middle school kids. Just to see how youth basketball-esque it would look. It's kind of funny. I need to turn down their speed because they're still way too fast for their perceived age. And they can still dunk, which is really something to watch a 4'10" player dunk.
The whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
I also looked through a lot of the little menus and stuff of the PS2 version of College Hoops 2K8, and I'm very surprised
Here's James.
just how close to the PS3. Like, obviously, it's not nearly as powerful, so it doesn't look nearly as nice, and it still has like the old College Hoops PS2 stuff from, you know, when they were still
James outside.
doing the PS2 games.
6 to shoot.
But like as far as the recruiting and a lot of that stuff and the scheduling and all that stuff is concerned, like all that is still there and pretty much exactly as it is in the 360 PS3 version. It's kind of crazy.
The Magic making a switch here.
Because like Madden 12 for the PS2 is leagues different than Madden 12 for the PS3. Like there's a lot more difference. Not just visually and sort of gameplay wise, but like trying to do even like a franchise is much different.
Here's Jeter, covered by Miller. Cannot hit. Good D by Jordan.
you know, they're not totally dominating.
All right. We need speaking of dominating, we need a dominant big man. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Nope, didn't work.
Slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
And Brown missing.
Weatherspoon is not a big man. That man's a point guard.
Defense wasn't going to back off that shot. They were tight on it.
Don't give me that shit.
Miller kicks to Jordan.
Hey, there you go. Old man Jordan can still kick your ass.
Could be a 3-point play.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
There you go.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Different look here for the Warriors. Now Wade. Wallace outside. There's the dish to Anthony. Backs him down.
I thought, all right. I thought he was going to make that ridiculousness. I was not going to be thrilled if that happened.
Outside Jordan from down.
Come on. Oh, my God. Come on. It's at least an A. For Michael Jordan, you have to give it anyway. You just have to give it.
Mercer guarded by Jordan. Wade dishes to Wallace. Shot clock at 5.
Nope.
Golden State needs to get off a shot. Trying to break
Nope.
this cold streak. Outside Jordan.
All right. He should be able to burn these guys. Oh.
It's hauled in by Alonzo Mourning. Mourning's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Passes it to Mercer. Goes back.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Wallace.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
I could feel it. I could feel it. Jordan needs like his highlight play. Against this team, Jordan needs the highlight play. Old man Jordan, this is probably his last season.
Outside for Davis.
Just dish it, I guess. Another one.
Magic moving the ball around. The drive by Jordan.
No, he just can't get that separation going.
By Anthony. Backing down is Jordan. He kicks it to Duncan. The Magic need to get a shot.
Ugh.
That is good.
All right, sure, we'll take it.
Yeah, whether by design or by
Good
accident,
Lord.
it has been impressive.
I'm trying to get some separation here, and Jordan just can't separate. Maybe I just got to do that turnaround fadeaway jumper.
And Anthony gets double teamed. Wade from outside.
Yeah, I deserve that one.
Ball's coming off Anthony's feet. 9 points for Wade.
All right, we're gonna make this happen. Trust me, we're gonna make this happen.
Defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make him pay when he's open.
Outside for Davis. Back to Jordan. That's
Oh, good Lord. Oh, he's looking so old right now with that.
Mercer passes to Wade. And
Oh.
down the jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet.
All right, man. Yeah, I can't. I gotta. Jordan's gotta go.
Too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Hardaway's checked in for Michael Jordan. Orlando leading by 21. Here's Abdul Rahim.
Ah, damn it.
From outside, got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
He didn't really get off his feet, though. I don't know why he said to get off his feet. He really didn't.
Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wade. From beyond
Nope.
the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Oh, let me see here.
7 for him.
Okay.
Hardaway, Wallace covering.
Oh, my goodness.
From Wallace.
Now there's a lid on the hoop. Thank God we've already got like a 20-point lead.
Not an easy task.
It's not going to be a
Stop that
problem.
fella when he's headed to the bucket like that.
Wow. All right. They're trying to come back. It's way too late, but they're trying
Open lane to the hoop every
so
time
hard.
now. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve.
All right. He's not going to beat Alonzo.
On the interior.
Let's see if Penny can do it. Let's see if Penny can get that separation going.
Defended by Mercer.
Ah, that kind of was it. He had that open shot, but I just thought about driving to the hoop, and then all of a sudden I lost the separation.
That's exactly what he can give
I had it, and then I lost it.
Wallace against Hardaway.
Ah.
Here for the Warriors.
I got a little impatient. I thought I could swipe it as he just kind of sat there with it. Didn't work.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Number 45 sinks that
Damn.
one from the post.
So they're all
Damn. That's like a 10-0 run now?
arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They're coming alive. They're figuring their shit out now that the game is over.
Brown. That misses,
Ah.
so he splits the free throws. James with it. Number 35.
Ah, damn it.
Foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Just end it. You've lost. You really lost.
Good on the second free throw.
You know what? Just for that. Just for that.
Off the inbound pass.
I tried.
Misses the shot. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
A lopsided victory, but a very low-scoring game. We really didn't come to play. We really fell asleep in the fourth quarter.
Tuning in. Now it's time to present our
We really just fell asleep there. Of course, Sharif still coming back in. Oh my Lord. Yeah, we started napping in the second half. I mean, we still did okay in the third quarter, but yeah, we were just not alive. That's all right. That's 2, so that's 57 already, I believe, on the year. So we're gonna do Phoenix and Philly, and then our last 2 games we'll be playing for the season: the Jazz once again and the Lakers. So sim that game, get the win. Sim that game, get the win. So 59 and 18, we're knocking at the door at 60. Potential 64 games. I feel like we'll drop one of these. We'll drop one of these games we shouldn't lose. Like New Orleans. We'll lose to the Nets. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe the Spurs. The Spurs are really bad. They're like 27 and 50. We'll probably end up losing to them somehow. What's our winning streak at? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 game winning streak right now. As we, I believe, pretty much at this point, absolutely secured the number 1 seed. We got 5 games left. And we are 6 games up. So we have absolutely secured the number 1 seed. 6 games ahead of the Knicks, Pistons, Hornets, Bucks. Still kind of close. The Cavaliers have all but made it at this point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's still a couple chances. I think the Heat will probably hold on. Sixers will hold on. Raptors have basically got to win out, I think, if they want to have a chance here. I don't think that'll happen. So I'm thinking it'll be a Cavaliers, Sixers, Heat. But things could always change here right at the end. Raptors, Hawks. Aren't the Wizards like better than us? Why are they 35 and they're going to miss out on the playoffs? Whoa. Hang on. Aren't they like our can't I look at the Wizards like they're overall? Isn't the Wizards better than us? Division rank, conference rank. No, they're 4-11. Their overall's 96 though. They're the best team statistically. Why are they going to miss out on the play? Why is the best statistical team going to miss out on the playoffs? Who are they missing? What are they? Weber, Brand, Robinson, Billups. Nesterovich is pissed and Matt Carroll is pissed. But other than that, looks like Weber's been playing. Can I see news? Any news here? No. I can look at their recent games to see what they've been doing. Whoops. Brand, Robinson, Billups. Billups looks like he was hurt for a little bit there. It looks like Deshaun Stevenson's been doing a lot. Minutes play. Okay, so yeah, minutes played. I mean, it looks like everyone that you'd expect. What happened? Why are they just not winning? They're the best statistical team. Why are they just not winning? And this is a contract year for Chris Webber, so they might not be the best team next year. God help us if the Wizards pick Webber up, or the Warriors pick Webber up. Gerald Wallace he's still got a team option, so Deshaun Stevenson for some reason he's gotten a lot of minutes. He hasn't gotten a lot of points. That's probably why. For some reason, you got, who's their shooting guard? Is that why? Is because they don't have a shooting, they don't have like a, no, they don't. It's basically DeJuan Wagner, basically. So Deshaun Stevenson is like their best guy because they don't really have a true shooting guard besides him to start. So he's been getting all the minutes, but he doesn't have the points per game to make up for it. Looks like he did the same stuff in Chicago. Yeah, that's kind of how his whole recent games have been. A lot of minutes, not a lot of points. 4 for 16, 1 for 6, 4 for 11, 1 for 7, 3 for 13, 3 for 15. Like at that point, you should probably get someone better than Deshaun Stevenson out there. But the AI was probably like, no, this is okay. This is fine. All right. Hour 51. Let's see here. I kind of want to do that. I want to see if I can get that game. I want to see if I did what I thought I was doing. But yeah, those of you who are watching this, who might head on out, appreciate you watching. Just taking a look at something. So yeah, appreciate you watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you watching as well. Might try to look, give a quick look at something. We'll see here, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.